There was a time when the United States did not just dominate the world, it inspired it. In the 1990s, America felt like the final destination of history. The Cold War was over. The economy was growing. Technology promised to make life easier, not harder. The future felt open. For ordinary Americans, this mattered deeply, because a country is not experienced through GDP charts or global influence. It is experienced at the kitchen table, at the gas station, at the doctor's office, and at the end of a long workday. This is the story of how America became richer than ever, yet more fragile in everyday life. Not because of one decision, not because of one crisis, but because of thousands of small shifts that slowly changed how life feels. Everyday life, when stability felt normal. In the 1990s, stability was not guaranteed, but it was expected. Most middle-class families lived with a quiet assumption. If I work hard, follow the rules, and avoid big mistakes, I will be okay. Work and wages, the old social contract. A factory worker, a technician, an office employee. These were not glamorous jobs, but they paid enough to support a family. Wages were lower in raw numbers, but prices moved slowly. Food was predictable. Rent was manageable. Gas was not a weekly shock. You didn't check prices every day. You didn't constantly worry about the next bill. Today, life feels different. Wages are higher, but so is anxiety. A raise no longer means breathing room. It means catching up. Housing, the anchor of middle-class life. In the 1990s, a home was more than property. It was security. Buying a house usually meant a mortgage you could understand, payments tied to your income, a sense that ownership was achievable. Home ownership created stability. Kids stayed in the same schools. Communities formed. Wealth slowly accumulated. Today, housing feels like a wall instead of a ladder. Prices rise faster than wages. Down payments delay adulthood. Rent follows you everywhere. For many, stability no longer begins with a home. It ends there. Healthcare, when illness became a financial event. In the 1990s, healthcare was flawed, but it wasn't terrifying. Most people had employer coverage. Bills existed, but they rarely defined your future. And today, healthcare is one of the largest sources of fear in American life. A diagnosis doesn't just mean treatment, it means paperwork, costs, and uncertainty. Healthcare spending per person has multiplied several times over. Not because Americans are dramatically healthier, but because systems became more complex, more expensive, and harder to navigate. Illness now threatens savings, retirement, mental health, family stability. A country can be wealthy and still make its citizens feel unsafe when they are sick. Education, opportunity that became conditional. Education was once the great equalizer. In the 1990s, public schools were imperfect but trusted. College was expensive but survivable. Student debt did not shape identity. College was a risk, not a lifelong burden. Today, education feels like a gatekeeper. Where you go matters more. How much you borrow matters forever. Your zip code can determine your future. Education still creates opportunity, but it now filters people instead of lifting them broadly. That shift changes how society feels. Less shared experience, more pressure, more division. Governance and institutions. When trust quietly eroded. America's strength has never been perfect leaders. It has been strong institutions, courts, laws, checks and balances. These still exist, but trust is thinner. In the 1990s, disagreement did not feel existential. Politics felt distant from daily survival. Today, political decisions feel personal: healthcare, education, housing, safety. When institutions feel unstable, people stop planning long-term. They become defensive. They become anxious. Trust is not abstract. It is the foundation of calm. The economy, bigger than ever, felt by fewer. America's economy exploded in size. GDP multiplied several times. Productivity surged. Technology reshaped everything. On paper, this is extraordinary success, but the experience changed. In the 1990s, productivity gains raised wages. Growth expanded the middle class. Today, productivity gains concentrate at the top. Growth bypasses many workers. The economy did not stop working. It stopped sharing. Small businesses face giants. Workers face algorithms. Stability feels temporary. The economy became powerful, but less personal. Security and stability. Safety at home. Power abroad. In the early 1990s, crime was visible, but the fear felt different. Today, safety is emotionally charged. Gun violence affects how people think about schools, public spaces, daily routines. Trust in institutions responsible for safety is more fragile. Globally, America remains dominant. Domestically, people feel less protected. Power abroad does not always translate to calm at home. Culture and social trust. From shared story to parallel worlds. In the 1990s, America argued, but watched the same shows, shared similar references, lived in overlapping realities. Today, culture fragments. Media is constant. Outrage is rewarded. Algorithms amplify division. People are connected, yet lonelier. Trust between citizens has weakened not because people became worse, but because systems reward conflict over cohesion. Geography and resources. Advantages that still exist. America still has vast land, natural resources, energy capacity, strategic location. These advantages remain enormous, but they are tools, not guarantees. Without strong institutions and shared trust, even the best geography cannot deliver stability. What they mean in real life. GDP, approximately $7 trillion, approximately $25 trillion. The country got richer. GDP per capita, approximately $30,000, approximately $75,000. Average output rose. Housing, approximately 3 times income, 6 to 8 times income. Stability became harder. Healthcare spending, approximately $3,000 per person to approximately $12,000 per person. Illness became financial risk. Life expectancy rose, then stalled. Progress slowed. Numbers explain why people feel pressure, even in abundance. The escalation. How small changes became big ones. No single event broke the system. Instead, costs shifted to individuals. Risk moved from institutions to families. Technology sped everything up. Trust eroded slowly. The result is a country that looks strong, but feels tense. Global context. Why others feel different. Some countries controlled housing, reduced healthcare risk, protected middle incomes. Others collapsed under weak governance. America stands between success and strain, powerful but stressed. Conclusion. The real question. The United States did not fail. It evolved, but evolution without intention creates imbalance. America today is wealthier, more advanced, more powerful, yet everyday life feels more expensive, more fragile, more exhausting, which leads to the deepest question of all. If progress made us richer but not calmer, what kind of governance would make prosperity feel like security again?